right, good night again, everyone. Um, just making this video won't be as long as some of my main one, but this video is I wanted to make this video to talk about the verification system, the verification process. Excuse me. I want to talk about the verification process under the True Badasses Play Alone system. That is a very important part about it. I pretty much talked about it a lot in the main video, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now. The main True Badasses Play Alone video. You can kind of scroll down and see it, but I wanted to create this video to talk more detail about it, so that way you have an understanding. If you're participating in this system, you have an understanding of what exactly it is that you need to do to be successful in the system. Okay, because again, the last thing you want to do is waste your time. I know I definitely don't want to waste my time, and I certainly don't want anyone else to waste their time by making a mistake. So this video is going to provide a fail proof. As long as you follow instructions and you do everything that accordingly, then there won't be any problems. Okay, so there's three simple steps to a successful True Badass challenge. Okay, three simple steps. The first step is to read and understand the challenge. Okay, read and understand the challenge. Makes sense. I mean, you have to you have to know what you're doing. You know what kind of challenge is it that you're about to do. What do you need to get? How do you get it, etc., etc., etc. So you need to read and understand the challenge. So in this case, this is challenge number 1. Okay, as you can see here, we have the challenge. Okay, it's in the main True Badass video. You can take a look at it, but it's also on your screen. This is the actual challenge, and then it has the bullets of what it is that you need to do. Okay, now that's the actual challenge itself. Okay, so this is the Master Key challenge, and it has all the bullets of what it is that you need to do. So once you've read all that and you understand what it is that you need to do, no problem. Now you're gonna go ahead and go to challenge number 2, and this is definitely the most tedious part right here. This part is where pretty much all mistakes, or most mistakes really, is going to happen. So if you don't want to end up making any mistake, listen carefully, follow the instructions that are in this video, and there won't be any issues at all. Okay, step number 2, thoroughly farm the necessary equipments and accessories. Okay, thoroughly farm the necessary equipments and accessories. Okay, this is where the verification system comes into play, and the main video, the True Badass TBA System video, does talk about that verification system. In fact, let me go ahead and skip straight to that here. Let's see where it says verify, verify, verify. Okay, so that's 3843. Here we are. Okay, verification process. Okay, this is where the verification process begins. And from that main video, as you can see here, it says verification means to both show the item and how it was thoroughly acquired. That's very important. Thoroughly. Thoroughly acquired by naturally playing the game. Okay? So let's keep that definition in mind. Verification means to both show the item and how it was thoroughly acquired by naturally playing the game. Okay, so that's what the verification means. All right, so you have to verify your equipment. You have to show your equipment, how you got it, all of that. Okay, obviously skill points and badass ranks need to be verified. That's also covered in the verification system. Okay, skill point and badass ranks need to be verified. Okay, that's also another requirement under this challenge. Let me go back to the challenge here. Boom. Okay, see this bullet down here, the last bullet underneath notes. Equipment, accessory, skill point, and badass rank verifications are all to be clearly shown. Okay, and also one of the bullets here says skill point and badass rank usage is prohibited. So for this particular challenge, you won't be able to use your skill points or your badass ranks, and you would have to verify that. You have to show that in the video, in your challenge video. And of course, you will have to verify your equipment. So let's go ahead and start with the verification process on the equipment. Okay. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna skip straight to this particular challenge right here. Okay. I'm just gonna go to the original completion video. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is the original completion video. I'm gonna kind of skip straight to the end. Okay. So at the end of my challenge, okay, here is my Sublime. I'm doing the verification process at the end of the challenge because you always got to verify your equipment again. And this is just an example of a verification. Okay, so in my video, you see me doing the verification process towards the end of my challenge. If you want to do it at the beginning or during, it doesn't matter as long as it's in the video. Okay, so here's my verification of my equipment. So I've got the Sublime Snyder. Okay, I've got my Burning Infinity. Overpower 8. Got my Overpower 8 Discharge Infinity. My Maliwan Ruby, Shock Ruby. My Overpower 8 B Shield, Sheriff's Badge, and Chaotic Evil class mod. Also, you notice that I'm verifying my skill points because remember, with this challenge, you can't have any skill points. I'm verifying that right now. No skill points was used. And then finally, my badass ranks. Everything is disabled. Okay, so that is the first verification process. Okay, now the biggest verification is your equipment and accessories. Okay, your equipment and accessories. So we saw earlier of all of the items and equipments that I was using during this challenge. So let's say that you were watching that, and you wanted to know how I got my 79.1% slag rifle. Okay, no problem. Each video is gonna have a convenient link or somewhere for you to click to find out how that person acquired that item. Okay, so in this case, under this the main video, you would just look on the video description, and where it says MVP equipment and accessory verification, you would just click on that link and it'll take you to the equipment and accessory verification. Okay, and this is all of the equipment and items that was used to complete the challenge. Okay, let's say that you want to know how the person got the 79.1%, how I got the 79.1% slag rifle. Okay, but before that, let me actually start with something easier. Let's say that you wanted to know how I got the Chaotic Evil class mod. Okay, the Chaotic Evil class mod. Now, let me make this part very clear. You really only need to verify combat related items. Okay, so combat related items, anything that you're fighting. So if you're fighting an enemy, you need to verify the equipment that you're using. But obviously, if you're opening a chest or if you're opening a locker or something that is non-combat, you don't have to verify that. So non-combat equipment does not need to be verified because that's self-explanatory. You got that from 100% pure luck. Okay, so there's no verification needed. And let me kind of give an example of that. Here is the Chaotic Evil. Okay, the Chaotic Evil class mod that I used in the challenge. Okay, this doesn't need any extra verification. You just need to know how I got it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video. And this just simply shows how I got this particular class mod. Okay, this is in the Tiny Tina DLC. Okay, this is a 53-second video. You just see me just running past these enemies and just opening up the treasure chest. Nothing else really needs to be verified here because anybody can do this. Okay, this is 100% just pure luck here. You just opening up a chest. That's it. Real simple. Okay, so this is an example of a non-combat verification. There's no extra verification that's needed here. So in the video description, you won't see anything extra to verify because there's no need to verify anything more. Okay, this is a chest farm. You don't need to verify chest farm. So again, non-combat non-combat items don't need additional verifications. Combat items do need verifications. Okay, so I'm gonna show you an example of combat items. Okay, so that chaotic evil class mod is an example of non-combat. Let's go ahead and go straight to the 79.1% slag sniper. Let's say you wanted to find out how I got this sniper. So you would click on that. Okay, and you would watch the entire video. And I'm just going to skip straight to the end here to where I actually got that sniper rifle. Okay, I think it's probably somewhere towards the end here. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find that. Here we are. Okay, so here we are. The Sublime Sniper rifle that dropped from the warrior. Okay, and again, you can watch the entire video yourself to see how I did it, but I just skip straight to it. So here is the verification for the Sublime Sniper that dropped from the warrior. Okay, and then of course towards the end I verify what type of items I used to defeat the warrior. Okay, so I used the 69.9% barking Snyder. Okay, the Shock Infinity, my grounded B shield. Let me kind of that one was a little fast. Let me kind of back that up a bit. Okay, the grounded B shield, one of the rare. This is one of the rarest B shields in the game, and I got fortunate, really fortunate, to get that from Hunter Hellquist. Okay, grounded B shield, my chaotic evil, and my sheriff's badge. Okay, so that's one of the things that I used to defeat the warrior. So let's say you're watching this and you wanted to find out how in the world I got that grounded B shield. You know, maybe you want to know that. How did I get the grounded B shield? Okay, again, that's one of the rarest, 1.74 million amp damage per second. Again, that's one of the hardest B shields to come across. You want to see how I got that B shield? No problem. You would just again go under the video verification, and where it says equipment and accessory verification, you will click that link and it'll take you to the OP8 grounded B video, okay, for you to see. So we're gonna go ahead and play that, and we're gonna find out just exactly how I got the OP8 grounded B shit. Again, this is all combat items. Okay, I'm fighting an enemy to get these particular items, so you need to verify all of the equipment and accessories that you use. So here we see me using my shock launcher. I just call it short for shock launcher. So that's the first item that I'm using. Then we've got a 69.9% slag rifle. Okay. 69.9% slag rifle. Then we've got an infinity pistol. Boom. There it is. Grounded the B. Grounded the B. Dropped from Hunter Hellquist. I used a pistol, the Infinity pistol, the shock launcher, and the 69.9% slag rifle. Okay, so here's proof that here's verification of the B. But let's say that you wanted to find out how I got those equipments. Let's say you wanted to find out how I got the shock launcher, how I got the Infinity pistol, how I got that slag rifle. No problem. You go down here where it says the equipment and accessory verification for the grounded, the B, and it'll take you to this particular page. Okay, these are all the items that was used that contributed to the success of that kill. Okay, so you saw me use the Infinity, the slag, the shock launcher, the B shield. Okay, at the towards the end there, I had I was using a B shield, and let me go back, and you can see the verification for that OPA grounded the B. So I'm gonna go back to the B shield. Boom. Okay, so for this kill, I was using this particular B shield. That was, I think that was my third OP8 B shield. Okay, so if you want to know, if you wanted to know how I got that shield, again, you just come down here, click on this link, and it'll take you to this page again. Okay, this is all of the equipment that was used, during that kill. Okay, same thing again. You would just click on the regular Infinity. So if you wanted to find out how I got the regular Infinity, you would just click on that, and it'll take you to basically where everything started. Okay, as you're clicking and as you're finding out, basically everything should take you back to either treasure chests or your initial starting farm. Okay, when your first video in this challenge is going to be your most difficult, or your most tedious for sure, because you're starting from nothing. Okay, and that's basically what happened with myself. Okay, I was farming the treasure chest in Warrior and end of the line. Okay, so when you first start out in this system, you're gonna have to be farming treasure chests or purchasing equipment from the currency that you got from playing the game. Okay, so and you see all of that in all of these videos. It'll take you back to where I originally start, where I got all of my equipment got started from. Okay, and again, all of my equipment started from the treasure chest in the Warrior and the treasure chest in End of the Line. Okay, now I wanted to quickly talk about one thing here. Is let's say that in your farm runs, you maybe you forgot to record that run. Okay, or you forgot to show your badass rank or your skill point. Okay, we're human, we make mistakes. All right, so it's not the end of the world. The rules are a little bit more relaxed with farm runs. Okay, because you're constantly running the same thing over and over and over again. So you may forget. Or you may something may go wrong, or just something may go wrong in your farm runs. Don't panic. You can still verify it if you have a similar video. Okay, a similar performing video showing a similar item. Okay, so let me give an example of that right now. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that OPA grounded B. Okay. So let me go ahead and go back to that OPA grounded B. Okay, so in this OPA grounded B, I did use a class mod called Calculating Anarchist class mod, but unfortunately, I actually I did not record when Warrior dropped this particular mod. Warrior dropped this mod, so I don't actually have that particular video of of this item. I forgot to do that. Okay, so just human nature. I forgot. Not a problem. Not the end of the world. You'll see a note. There's going to be a note or a message. You know, in the video description. It's not in this one. Let me see if it's in. Uh, well, you will just have a message, showing, or it'll just be a substitute basically. Okay, so for this particular mod, it has a plus 53% and a minus 42% weapon accuracy. So I do have a substitute. Okay, I did get a similar drop from Warrior, because obviously who knows when this same mod is going to drop again. So if you forgot to record it, obviously you're not going to want to, try and refarm again for that same mod. You would just substitute this, whatever mod it is that you forgot to record, with a similar mod. Okay, so in my case, since I don't have the actual video showing this particular how I got this anarchist mod, I will just use the video showing how I got this this mod right here. Okay, which is the substitute mod. All right, and we're gonna show that right now. So this is the calculating anarchist, and Warrior is gonna be dropping the swift anarchist. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let me see if I can just skip straight to that mod here. Actually, I think I may have passed it up. Let's see. Here we are. Okay, so Swift Anarchist class mod. As we can see, this is a plus 53%, minus 46% weapon accuracy. Okay, it has similar stats to the calculating anarchist, which is what I used in my grounded bee farming. 53%, 42%. Okay, it's not the exact same, but it's very, very similar, and it dropped from the Warrior. So I can use this video as a substitute for this mod in case I can't prove how I got this mod. I can use this video to substitute for that. Okay, and that's totally fine. That's totally acceptable. It's similar, very, very similar mods. Okay, so just want to point that out. If you forget, to record, or you forget to in your farm runs, you're constantly doing it, you're constantly doing the same thing over and over again. You may forget. Not the end of the world. Just make sure you have a similar performing video with a similar mod to show in exchange for that loss, for not being able to verify your original equipment. Okay, and again, make sure that you are thoroughly. It's a thorough recording. Don't just record when the enemy dropped. Okay, so this Hunter Hellquist, if you notice, I'm recording from the very beginning. Okay, that's a thorough recording. So you don't want to just record when the enemy dies. Okay, because that's not a thorough recording. It has to be a thorough recording. Very important. Thorough recording. Make sure you grind that and put it in your head. Thorough recording. Okay, very important. All of my videos are thorough recording. Okay, and it's the same thing that is expected of you, and it's the same thing that was mentioned in the verification video. Again, I'm going to go back to the verification video. I'm going to enlarge it. Thoroughly, how it was thoroughly acquired. Thorough recording. Okay. So once you've done all that, again, that is definitely the most tedious part of the process, and this is definitely going to weed out a lot of you. A lot of you are going to be weeded out here because you're probably not going to want to do all of this. You're not going to want to go through all of this grind and headache and starting all over again. It's, I don't expect everyone to be able to do this. This is for the hardcore people out there that really enjoy the game. Okay, so this is what this system is designed for, and this will weed a lot of you out that don't want to do this. Okay, and now once you've done all that, so you've read and understand the challenge, you've thoroughly farmed the necessary equipments and accessories, you got all of that ready to go, it's time for the final step, which is to complete the challenge. Successfully complete the challenge. Okay, pretty self-explanatory with that one. You just do the challenge and complete it. Okay, and then once you do that, you just verify everything, put everything together into your video, and submit it. Okay, for approval. And that's the verification system. Okay, very important that you take the verification system very, very seriously, because if you don't, you could end up wasting a lot of time and get your video declined or rejected. Okay, I will definitely reject and decline videos that don't follow these guidelines. Okay, if you have any questions, ask before you waste any time doing this. Very important that you read, follow instructions, and follow the examples that's been set here. Okay, I've set all of these examples for you to be successful in your true badass endeavors. Okay, hopefully this made sense. This cleared up any confusion regarding the verification system. Again, if you have any additional questions that I did not answer during this video, or anything else that needs clarity about the verification process, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to assist with that. One last thing I do want to add about the badass rank system. Again, you should not be using your badass stats at all unless you can show a full prestige run. A full prestige run. You can read what it says here about the full prestige run, but for right now, you just want to have it. More than likely, no one is really going to be able to do. Even myself, I don't have a full prestige run to verify right now. That's for another time. I'll show how that's done, but that's a really hell of a grind there. Um, that you have to record. You have to record that entire prestige run, and that's hell on earth to do. So just disable your badass rank. That will be the short end of it. Okay, I'll go into more detail about a full prestige run when that time comes. Until then, I hope this video has been informative for everybody. I wish you all the best. Again, ask any questions that the video does not answer that you would like answered, and I'll definitely get back to you. Until then, stay competent, kick ass, and we'll see you.